Hi, welcome to My Mini Addiction. I make and paint miniatures and terrain for tabletop RPGs, and this is week 10 of my 2023 painting vlog. And I just want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers for this week. You guys, thank you so much for checking out my channel and coming along with me as I go through and show you my hobby. And this week, I continued more of painting on the Next Level Miniatures Dragon's Hoard Volume 1. I started this last week, and it's a collection of 133 miniatures, and I began painting through those and continued painting more this week. And I did some more of most of the monsters and other creatures kind of comes in sets of 5, so I did some of those. Lots of goblins, some hobgoblins, some big killer toads, and some cultists, and that's what I did from those. So there was 5 of each of those. Plus I did the Red Dragon and the Orcus. Now there's been some people have asked questions as far as size goes, and these miniatures they actually were supposed to be on a 3-inch base. So here's the 3-inch base. Now when I got them, I thought the 2-inch base kind of seemed a little bit better, because otherwise, I mean, I could have put them on the 3, but then I would have had to come up with, kind of a lot more detail as far as, decorating the base. So I opted for the 2 on the Orcus and on the Dragon. But I wanted to kind of give you guys some size comparisons. So this Orcus, I wanted to compare with the Icons of the Realm. Now this is a pre-painted model that we have. And so here's kind of, I will show a picture of the size difference between the two. So you could just kind of get an idea of that. And then also with the dragon. So this was their Red Dragon. And here I will show you this one next to the Pathfinder's Red Dragon, so kind of give you an idea of size-wise about what fits. So see, this is also on a 2-inch base. One thing I do want to say about the models from this collection is they are very detailed, and I really like the sculpts and the details on the characters. So that is awesome. And as far as the size, they're just a tiny bit smaller than a lot of our other, 28 millimeter miniatures. And so we were kind of debating whether or not to back Dragon's Hoard Volume 2, which actually just launched. And one thing they did address in that Kickstarter is they said that this has been a common comment that people have talked about the sizing, and they did. For Volume 2, the models are slightly larger. So we did go ahead and back that Kickstarter. So I do really like these minis. And, I wanted to back it, but was just kind of hesitant with the size thing. But they've addressed that issue. Otherwise, I haven't really found any other, issues with them. I will talk about everything all together when I get done painting through the whole collection, which I'm a little over halfway through. I did, I think 32 minis from this collection this week. So it's going to be another week, maybe 2, to finish up. I think I have like 40 to 50 left, and I don't think I'll be able to get through all of those in a week. I will try, but we will see what happens. So as far as painting goes, I did just the Next Level, and like I mentioned in my last video that we were starting to do some resin printing again. And, just kind of starting off slowly, getting an idea of, is the room the right temperature to get, optimal prints. If the temp's not right, then we're more likely to get fails on the prints. But things seem to be going okay. And where we last left off in the fall is we had been actually printing through Artisan Guild. We've been supporting Artisan Guild for I don't even know how many years. And we have a huge backlog of STLs. So, what I have are mostly Artisan Guild ones to show you. And if you watched any of my videos from last year, what we typically do, each month they come up with a pinup model. Now we make the, the 28 millimeter version, but we also up the scale to 200%, and we have a display shelf of the pinup models. Because in reality, they're less likely to get used on the table. I've got the minis available if a circumstance comes up where we might need that character in a game, but they're beautiful models, and so that's why we scale them up, and then I just paint some up for displays. It's been a little while since I've painted some, but we went ahead and printed up the ones that I don't even know how many months behind, but I think I now have all of them. They're actually in the cabinet over here, so I have a lot of painting to do, but we've got those printed, plus we did some Lizardmen, and then there was just a couple random Loot Studios minis. Now, Loot does tons and tons of supports on their minis, which is good, because then you're not risking failures on the prints, but it was getting really tedious cleaning them up, so I didn't do the best cleanup job on these couple Loot ones that we have. So when I show the pictures, they need a little bit more work. I will clean them up more when I eventually get ready to paint them. So pretty much I was just wanting to get them they come off the printer, my husband cleans them up, and then puts them out on trays to be assembled. So that's what I was working on. These are the ones that I assembled for this week. And I think that's about all I have to talk about as far as painting and minis go. Still working on 3D printing the terrain pieces for the Magic and Mages. So if you've been watching my Making a Fantasy City video, I'm in the process of actually painting the Mages battlefield or battle arena. I don't remember the exact term that they called it, but it's huge, and it's going to take a couple weeks to print because it's got a lot of stuff, and it's actually going to be a pretty big model. So next up, as far as painting for that series, is the Magic Library. I've got the Apothecary already ready to go, and then the Mage's Battleground will be after that. So I think that is it for this week. So let's take a look at the 32 minis that I got painted, the I think 15 resin models that we printed. I don't know for sure on the numbers. I will know for sure by the time I, throw the numbers at the end of this video. But thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next week.